Hello everyone, welcome back to Georgia Paper Crafts. Today I am going to be making some projects combining three of Spellbinders September, I'm way off, January 2021 card kits of the month. So first one I'll use is the large die of the month for January 2021. This is called Slimline Kaleidoscope Hearts. You get 10 cutting dies. You can see it's a slim line along with the hearts and some florals. So we'll be using that. I'll also be using the small die of the month, which is 4 cutting dies, and it's called Lovely Card Creator. You can see you get an outer, an inner, and then a heart. And then I'll also be using the Glimmer hot foil system heart plates. You get 3 plates and then it cuts it out here, and then some sentiment plates. It says Happy Valentine's Day, You Melt My Heart, I Adore You, XOXO, and Smitten, along with some flowers and stems here. These are just cutouts, just dies. So you get 8 plates and 4 cutting dies here. So I am going to get everything together. Again, my die cutting machine along with my hot foil machine is off in another area. I cannot bring it onto my desk. I don't have enough room. So I will get everything prepared. I'll come back and we'll put the cards together. Oh, by the way, with the Glimmer hot foil system kit, I also got this pretty red foil. So I'll be using that too. So hang tight and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I wanted to show you, I did a ton of work off camera just so that I wouldn't make this video last forever. What I want to first do is show you that I did use the Glimmer hot foil set, and I glimmered a bunch of things. Now, I have not figured out the best way to get good glimmer. You can see this is not glimmered real well. That one's not too bad. These are okay. The gold now turned out really pretty. I do like the gold. Here's the red. I thought the red turned out nice. I did a bunch of them while I had it out. Here's some gold on gray. Not gold, silver on gray. Anyway, so I went ahead and cut them all out. Here's a blue one. So, and then I did some of the sentiments, and as you can see, I had a lot of problems with over foiling. It happens to me a lot. I tried to, sand erase those away, and it didn't work real great. So I have some here that are usable, some that are not. So anyway, that's what I have there. I also have some flowers here that I cut out. Now what I want to show you is that I went ahead and cut out from the small die of the month. I cut the outline here, and I cut that in black, and I also cut that in gold metallic. I already put it together off screen because, again, it takes so long, putting all the glue on and everything, and I just thought it would take forever. So, but the tip that I learned for putting them together so where it kind of shows like a dimensional, almost like that kaleidoscope, the pieces that you cut together. I learned this from Jennifer McGuire, which is where you cut 2 pieces out, but you cut a little slit in the middle, cut just a touch off of the edge of one of them. I cut it down straight down the middle, and then I cut a little bit off the side, and that way they fit together. So I went ahead and put those 2 together, like I said. And I'm going to go ahead and get this adhered to my cardstock. Now, the cardstock I use is, again, pre-made A2 size cards. I make them out of heavyweight 120-pound cardstock. So I have some pre-made here. And so I'm just going to put that, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more bone foldering here. Try to get that a little bit flatter. So what I will say is like I say, I did a ton of die cutting and putting together off screen. Lots of intricacies with all these die cuts. You know, putting the glue and all this is just kind of a pain in the behind. I'm sure somebody probably has a better way to do it, to get adhesive on here. Of course, the better way, I guess, would be to use double-sided adhesive on the other side of the cardstock that I was going to use, so I wouldn't have to do all this. Of course, hindsight is always 20/20 when thinking about that. So, just gonna get the glue on here. Adhere that down. I like to stick something a little heavy over it. Just kind of push it down while I'm waiting for it to dry. Now I went ahead and cut this inner piece out of the same gold mirror cardstock. And again, this is cardstock that I used that came in the Spellbinders monthly card kit. They usually put one in each month's card kit, and I never use it all during the month, so I wind up having a lot left over, which is nice. So I just kind of grab this from my stash and cut it out. I'm gonna go ahead and again put all the glue on. This actually did get die cut pretty well, but I did have to make sure I used a metal shim so that all the little pieces did come out. Okay. Go ahead and adhere that. I'll do the same here, just put something heavy on it. Now, I'm going to take one of the gold foiled hearts that I had foiled previously, and I stacked that with two other black hearts that I just cut out of black cardstock. I went ahead and put some foam adhesive on the back of that, and I'm going to pop that up right in the middle. I just like to put a little bit of glue on the back there. Go ahead and pop that right in there. I think that looks really cute. Now, let's see if we can find one of these sentiments, if one of these sentiments is acceptable. And I think this one might work well. This one says, "I adore you." And I think I'm going to cut it down just a touch here, just on an angle. There we go. Yeah, I'll just put that right there. I'm going to grab some foam adhesive. Well, if I can find some, yeah, strip here. And this is just some from my stash. Before I do that, I am going to try to decide exactly, I have some flowers here I wanted to kind of add. Let's see, maybe I'll just add them in the corners. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'll do. Go ahead and add those. Put it right there. And actually, before I stick that down, I should put a leaf in there. This is some of the leaves that I cut previously. Okay. Do this one. All right, there we go. Now it's time to get just a little bit of bling. Okay, so I have some of these rhinestones, and again, I'm not exactly sure where they're from, because I have a large thing that I keep all my gems in, and I didn't label it, so, but it's kind of a copperish, goldish color. So put some right there, and I think I'm going to put some in the middle of each of these. Hopefully that didn't turn out to be too much. We'll see. Okay. Wow, I'm really digging how that looks. I think that looks really pretty. All right, now I want to show you two other ones that I did off camera. Here's one in silver, done exactly the same way, just using silver mirror cardstock. I did the love with the silver on the black, and here it says, I melt your heart, or you melt my heart, excuse me. And the rhinestones are red rhinestones. And then I have this one, which is where I did the silver again, but this time I used the die from the set here. So I cut that out of red cardstock, metallic cardstock from Tim Holtz, and adhered that onto a black base. So put some clear rhinestones there. Love how all of those turned out. Just goes to show you can do a bunch of different things using this. You can intertwine the products from Spellbinders, you know, the Glimmer hot foil to the die, and you know, it's kind of really refreshing to be able to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over and show you what I did with a large die of the month. Okay, now working on the large die of the month, we get this slimline die that has the cutout heart, and I cut that out of white cardstock, red cardstock, and black cardstock. And then I put it all together very much like I did the other one. And I stack them. And so as you can see, I've already done that because, again, trying to save a little bit of time here. And I'm going to go ahead and stick that down. Put some glue on the back here. Get that stuck down to the card. So, now my slimline card I just made myself, and it is a piece of my heavyweight cardstock from my stash, and it measures 7 by 8.5, and then I scored it at 3.5 to make this 3.5 by 8.5 slimline card. Okay, so there we go. Now off camera, I also cut all 3 of the hearts that come in between these. Now these are kaleidoscope hearts, stacking hearts. So you put them together to make a heart, and there's a third. So as you can see, I made one using silver, black, silver, and red mirror cardstock. All of these cardstocks were from Tim Holtz paper, and I did 3 of them. And so I'm going to put them all in the middle here. Inlaid all of those, got them all glued down. I guess I could have popped them up, but that would have been kind of difficult considering there wasn't a lot of area to put foam tape to, and I didn't feel like, you know, doing that. I could have, I guess, cut out some fun foam and matted it on the back, but I just felt like I didn't want to. So, in this die set, you also get some, some leaves and flowers, different kinds here. So I went ahead and cut out the leaves. Now I didn't really like the flowers. I like the flowers that came in the Glimmer hot foil set better, so I went ahead and cut out some of those. And what I'm going to do is just kind of lay these around each of the hearts. Okay, so once I've done all that, I am going to bring in the flowers that I had made using the dies, again, from the hot foil set. And I've already adhered those. I cut them out of gold cardstock, mirror cardstock. Again, this is some gold mirror cardstock. I had it left over in my stash from the Spellbinders kits of the month. And I'm just going to put that right at the bottom. And again, like I say, I like how you can mix and match all these different dyes and everything to get the look that you want. Okay, now I am going to put some gems in the middle of those. And I also want to put this sentiment here. This is the one I use the Glimmer hot foil that says Happy Valentine's Day. And I stacked that just to make it a lot thicker and more sturdy with some black cardstock. I think there's about 3 pieces of black cardstock back here just to make it sturdy here. So I'm thinking I'm going to put it there. Initially I had thought maybe I'd go there in the middle. I don't know. Let me see. I mean, that's not bad. Maybe I will go in the middle. Okay. So go ahead and put just a little glue. I didn't want to put any dimensional adhesive on this just because, again, it already has enough dimension. And I'm going to put that right there. And I'll put this on there. I'll go ahead and get the gems. Okay, so at first I was going to put some gems, like those red gems like I had put on the other card, but then I found these hearts, these enamel hearts that I had in my stash, or mirrored hearts. Well, if I could pick one up. Well, I'm using the wrong end, that's why. Pick one up, and I'm going to put it right in the center. And I think that just goes well for Valentine's Day. I know this card's a little bit busy, but I like it. I really kind of like how it turned out. There we go. That's perfect. And then that's all I'm going to do. So, unique. Lots of die cutting here. Lots of putting together. Like I say, doing the majority of it off screen, but I like how it turned out. I think somebody would really like to receive this. And it's a very unique Valentine's Day card. Now, off screen, I also made another one. This one doesn't have the typical colors. This one's more in a blue, pastel-y, blue-green, pink. And I put the sentiment, You Melt My Heart. But I like the way that one turned out too. So, all right. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me make these cards using the Spellbinders small, large, and Glimmer hot foil kits of the month. And I appreciate you stopping by and watching my videos. And if you like, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. That always helps my channel. And if you'd like to see more cards and card making tutorials from me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Thanks again so much, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.